Hello, this is Anthony. Let's walk and talk. By the way, if you enjoy this content, please like, share, and subscribe. I'd be grateful. So, today we're going to talk about light. I've seen this said before, that darkness is the absence of light. And I think, in spirituality and science, I believe, also is starting to support this, that darkness is not the absence of light. Darkness is just a different spectrum of light. Why do you say that, Anthony? We can't see in the darkness. The reason that I say that is because we have already created technology that allows us to see spectrums of light that the human eye alone cannot see. So because we can create technologies to be able to view that light in what we consider the darkness, we know that that light exists, even though our human eye is not designed to see that light. There are other species on the planet, snakes, for instance, bats, who can see things wholly different than we do, but not the same as we do. So they get a different perspective of life, just as we get a different perspective of life and light in the spectrum that we see. It just so happens that the rainbow is the rainbow for a reason. It is the spectrums of light that our human eye is capable of processing, seeing, and interpreting in the brain. In some cases, it almost feels like if our human eyes could see a wider spectrum of light, that maybe it would be very difficult for the brain to process this illusion of life, because there would be so much more going on that we would have to take an account for, that maybe we would not be able to make sense of that. So, in duality, again, this creation is a creation of duality, and in that creation, most people believe that you're one side or the other. But the truth is that if you choose to polarize to one side or the other in this illusion, really the polarization isn't even a polarization. It's almost a stepping back and seeing a bigger picture. It's almost more of a seeing both sides of the duality. So seeing both sides of the light. We use fluffy terms like, I am a light being. Well, technically we're all light beings. You see, it doesn't matter what the light is. You're still a light being. You're still a soul. Most that incarnate here are souls. So it's important to understand that darkness is not absence of light. Darkness is not bad or evil. We consider darkness as scary. We fear darkness because our eyes aren't able to see into the darkness. But when your eyes can see into the darkness and you see that the things there are just things that have always existed there, you start to understand that there's nothing to be afraid of in the darkness. Much like when you take the healing journey and you get to a point where on that healing journey, you begin to delve into your shadow self. For me, it was very scary getting into the shadow self because I didn't know what I was going to see there. I allowed my mind to create all sorts of images as to what existed in that shadow. But when I made the choice to walk into that shadow, I realized that there was nothing scary there. It was just me. It was a me that I wasn't able to see because I was not able to glimpse into that hue of light. And once I was able to glimpse into that hue of light with the illuminated light that I am and that all beings are, I recognized that it was the same images that I saw in the illuminated version of myself. just held fear because of the projection that the ego creates for fear. So I hope that makes sense, and I hope that that's something that you can understand, because as long as we see the darkness as the absence of light, then the ego will say, well, we need to conquer the darkness, versus we need to accept and integrate the darkness, and accept that the darkness has light in it, and accept that there are lessons to learn from that hue of light. So what do you think? I'm curious. Please feel free to comment in the comment section below. And until I see you again, peace, light, love. Have the most amazing day.